Greetings from St. Martha's Catholic Church in Marietta. We share your joy at the Bishop's announcement to return to celebrating public masses on the Feast of Corpus Christi, Saturday, June 13 after 4 o'clock and the 14th. Believe me, it has been quite lonely here these past few months celebrating masses in empty churches. So first and foremost, as we return to worship together, we ask for your patience, your understanding, and your loving support. As we reopen the church, per the directives of the civic and church leaders. As your parish leadership, we have worked together with the diocesan offices and parish staff to develop procedures to remain accountable to the government, church leaders, and of course to one another. Your spiritual needs and your safety are our top priority. In making these first steps in reopening, let's remember some important information regarding the COVID-19 virus.
Please remember that Bishop Barnes has dispensed the faithful from the obligation to attend Sunday Mass until further notice. Those of you with underlying health conditions or are over the age of 65, along with your caregivers, are strongly advised to remain at home and to continue to join us in our live stream Masses. In addition, if you are ill or have any symptoms including cough or a fever, please remain at home until you are well. The risks posed by the virus are still very real, and we need to do everything possible to be safe and to stay healthy. Masks will be required as well as social distancing, and ushers will seat you as you arrive only in the assigned areas, front to back. We have cleaned the church thoroughly, and it will be professionally sanitized prior to the reopening. Our staff will continue to clean and sanitize after every Mass.
Our bishop is following all mandatory state and county guidelines, which includes limiting the seating capacity in the church initially to 100 people. We are adding 5 Masses on the weekends and 4 Masses or communion services during the week in order to help with the limited seating as we are such a large church. Directions for registering for Mass on the phone and online will follow. But even with 11 Masses total for the Saturday vigils and Sunday, we will not be able to seat the 4,000 to 5,000 people we usually see each weekend. Please know that this is only temporary. Your obligation is lifted, so you can still attend online, or you can even go to one of the weekday Masses. We will get through the first weekend, and then as a team examine if any changes are needed, or even a different schedule. Please make sure we have your correct email, check your email regularly, or follow us on Facebook or our website for updates. But do know that our priests can only say so many Masses, and the retired priests in our area are not yet able to assist in order to protect their health. The schedule we will post is only temporary. We cannot have our priests saying this many Masses normally, and we are very grateful to them for stepping in and serving God's people in such an overwhelming manner these first few weeks. I'm very thankful for their faithful service.
Friends, the video that you are about to see will help us all as we prepare for Sunday Masses. It contains many guidelines and protocols and should answer all your questions as to how Mass will look upon your return. We ask that everyone be faithful and diligent in following these guidelines. Now is the time to follow the leaders of your faith community who truly love and care for each and every one of you. Please watch the video once, twice, or 3 times so that you can have a good understanding and collaborate with us as we reopen the church. By watching this video and sharing with your friends, you will help in maintaining a peaceful and safe return. So here we go.
Please wash your hands prior to coming to Mass. Face coverings must be worn at all times for those aged 2 and over. There will be no childcare, preschool, or children's liturgy at this time. If possible, please bring your own sanitizer. For the protection of the pews, do ensure it does not contain bleach. We will also provide sanitizer stations. When you arrive in the parking lot, please leave an open parking space next to you. Place your face covering on and maintain a distance of 6 feet from anyone outside of your family at all times. In order to check in, arrive 20 to 30 minutes early for Mass and look for the check-in line outside the church. Staff members will be ready to assist you. Registration for all weekend Masses and weekday Masses for the first few weeks will be through Eventbrite or by calling the office. The link will be on our webpage and Facebook. For the June 13th and 14th weekend, we will open up registrations at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, June 9th. There will be a limit as to how many tickets you can reserve, and each Mass will cut off at 100 people. If the Mass you want is full, please sign up for another Mass. Registration will open each week, not before. There will be a standby line outside at each Mass. Ushers and staff will fill any available seats 5 minutes before Mass starts. Please do not be late. Ushers will seat individuals and family groups in assigned areas from the front of the church to the back of the church in order to minimize contact and practice social distancing. Every other pew in each section will be left open. When you are seated by the usher, there may be another family or individual in your row, so please allow for 6 feet of separation throughout the Mass. Please refrain from any physical contact outside your family group. There will be no public sign of peace or hand-holding during the Our Father. The collection baskets will be at the doors as you leave. There will be no offertory during the Mass. Online giving is also a great way to support our parish community and its various ministries. Please listen carefully to communion instructions at the appointed time. The priest or deacon will come directly to you in your pews, as there will be open pews between each row. Our bishop has asked for you to receive on your hands at this time for the common good. The use of hand sanitizer before receiving communion is highly recommended. The precious blood will not be distributed at this time. Please keep your mask on when the priest or deacon is in front of you. Then extend your hands to receive communion. Once he moves to the next communicant, remove your mask and receive the body of Christ. After receiving, place your face covering back on. It is important to realize that our priests will be celebrating about 4 Masses each weekend, and this is for their protection. All bulletins, envelopes, and books have been removed from the church to lessen any required surface contact. However, you are welcome to use your own prayer book. When the final blessing is administered, please remain in your pew as the ushers will dismiss you, 1 row at a time, starting in the back and ending in the front. Unfortunately, for these first few weeks, private prayer will not be available after Mass. The staff will need that time to sanitize the church and quickly prepare for the next Mass. The Blessed Sacrament Chapel will be closed on the weekends. Instead, it will be made available during the week, starting on Monday, June 15th. It will only be available for appointed times and minimal seating, and will be staffed daily to make sure that we are following the directives. Open chapel hours will be posted soon. There will only be 2 doors open when entering and exiting the church. This is to encourage social distancing and to avoid physical contact. In case of an emergency, all doors can be used as an exit. We know that for many people, Mass on Saturday and Sunday is a time to socialize and catch up with extended family and friends. However, for now, please do not stay and socialize on campus so that the next attendees for Mass can arrive. Mass will be celebrated every hour and a half throughout the weekend. Those attending the next Mass will need to park and get in line to be checked in. We must make sure that our parking lot remains at a low number so that civic officials can see that we are following the 100-person limit directive. Instead, we encourage you to visit local restaurants and socialize. This gives some much-needed support to local businesses that may be struggling. In order to lessen the amount of time we are in close proximity with each other, most Masses will only be about 45 minutes long. Masses without music will be even shorter and will only take about 30 minutes.
Friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for your patience, your understanding, and collaboration. This is our time as the caring community of St. Martha's to show support and love for one another and to persevere in the Spirit. We so look forward to seeing you in person on the 13th or the 14th of June, or maybe still online. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and to give you peace. And welcome home.